Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Nerd Talks podcast. And today we're doing match preview for the game that I tagged the Reds Revenge, a game between Manchester United and Tottenham. And this is away at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It promises to be an intriguing game. It promises to be an interesting match. It promises to be a matchup of teams that are what you tag as falling giants, basically, like going through a whole lot when it comes to challenges as teams and all of that. So we're going to break down like basic details and everything as it relates to Manchester United and all and everything in between. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, and if you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. So basically, two of the Premier League teams, two Premier League giants in crisis, basically Tottenham Hotspurs and Manchester United, face off at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday. On Sunday, in a match that could define their seasons, basically. Both teams are languishing in the bottom half of the table, as Manchester United have in the last couple of games. Both teams are languishing in the bottom half of the table, with Spurs in 14th and United just 3 points above relegation zone in 13th. Hmm. Now, this clash represents a critical opportunity for both teams to stop the rot and reignite their campaigns. And with regards to form guide, and all of that, Manchester United is doing pretty well with against Spurs. Basically, in the total number of times they've played, Man United have won 94 times, drawn with Spurs 48 times, and Spurs have only won 49 times. And in the last 5 games, we could see that Man United lost to Spurs 4-3 in the EFL Cup and lost to Spurs 3-0 at home in the Premier League in September. And then before that, it was a 2-2 draw in the Premier League during Ten Hag's era. And before that, it was a 2-0 loss for Manchester United away at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and that was the same Premier League last season in August 2023. And then the last one was a 2-2 draw. So we haven't really had a good run against Spurs in the last 5 games, basically. We have just won one, drawn two, lost three, basically. Drawn two and lost three. So we're bad when it comes to Spurs. 2 draws and 3 losses. And then basically, but with teams form going into the game, just a few stats before I kind of break it down. Man United have lost one of the last 4 games, only one game of the last four, and it's the Crystal of the last 5 games, and it's the Crystal Palace game. And then Spurs have lost 3 of the last 5 of the last 5. Their most recent loss coming in the FA Cup game loss against Villa, where they lost 2-0, 2-1 to Villa, and then they lost to Liverpool in the EFL Cup. So it's a string of losses for Tottenham Hotspurs. I mean, in the last 5 games, as I said earlier, they've lost 3 and won 3 and won 2. For Man United, we've lost 1 and won 4. Albeit not so convincing against Leicester, but we came up with a win. And Ruben Amorim has stated that the goal, as we all know, was offside. So, with regards to that, basically, Man United Spurs, with regards to form, Spurs have been dismal, basically, with just one win in their last 7 Premier League games. They've drawn 2 and lost 5. One win in 7 Premier League games. And then they recently ended a winless run with a 2-0 victory over Brentford, but were subsequently knocked out of the EFL Cup and to Liverpool, as I stated earlier, and then the FA Cup, they were knocked out of the FA Cup by Aston Villa. So, and Postecoglou's side have struggled with injuries and consistency, leaving them in a precarious situation. And the truth is, the media doesn't give Man United a break when it comes to things like this, basically. You say injury, you say this, you say that, but the fact is, when it's Man United, injury is not an excuse, especially in in Ten Hag's era. But when it is Tottenham Hotspurs, oh, they had so many injuries. Oh, they're still having injuries. Blah 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 blah. I'm looking at the injury list right now. Basically, Manchester United have 4 injuries. Johnny Evans, Luke Shaw, Mason Mount, and Lisandro Martinez. We'll come into details as to the next, as to Man United's form going into this game. But for Spurs, they have 10 injuries. 10 injuries. Wilson Odegaard is not a player that I really like know, but the key players that are injured basically are Christian Romero and Dominic Solanke. James Madison is supposed to come back, but they said he started training. So we'll break it down maybe when we come to the press conference and press review. But yeah, Timo Werner as well. Few days said he's training, so it is what it is. So Spurs are in a precarious situation, and this is the time for Manchester United to pounce and revenge. Pounce and revenge. So let's not dwell further. Without further ado, let's go straight into the Manchester United side of things when it comes to form. So with regards to form, we have United struggling under Ruben Amorim, which continues with just 14 points earned since the appointment of this head coach in November. And then he's starting to get the stick, and people are already starting to get on his back and all of that. But 14 points since appointment in November. So now the last Premier League outing was a 2-0 home defeat to Crystal Palace, and we narrowly edged Leicester City, as I said earlier, in the FA Cup, thanks to a controversial Harry Maguire goal, as we all know, basically, because there was no VAR to cancel the goal. Now, United have kept just 2 clean sheets in the Premier League under Ruben Amorim, highlighting the defensive frailties of the team. So it's a lot to break down, but still on the head-to-head, the recent dominance of Tottenham have already, with regards to recent dominance, Tottenham have already beaten Man United twice this season, 3-0 in the League Cup, as I said earlier, and in the league, and 4-3 in the EFL Cup. And they are aiming to complete a league double over United for the first time since 1989 to 1990 season. 1989-1990 season. Now, the point the reason why I am bringing this up is because this is supposed to be a revenge. I'm just disappointed in Tottenham Hotspur because what's the essence of beating Man United? And then you go on to lose to Liverpool, great arch rivals. Like, are you serious? Should have just let us win the game so we can tackle Liverpool in the FA Cup. But it is what it is. It's gone. Now, with defensive woes as regards to head, Man United have conceded 2 goals plus in each of the last 4 Premier League games against Spurs. A trend that must reverse to have any chance of success. Now, when it comes to Opta's prediction, a supercomputer that gives Spurs a 39.8% chance of winning compared to United's 35.77% with 24.5% probability of a draw. So we will soon get to the predicted lineups, predicted score lines, and I would like to know what your predicted score lines and lineups are. But in order not to miss anything, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss any update. Now, with regards to how Tottenham play, under Ange Postecoglou, Tottenham employ a high pressing possession-based style with an emphasis on attacking football. Key features will include high defensive line, because Spurs push their defensive line high up the pitch, aiming to compress space and win the ball back quickly. Wide attacking play. Now, wingers like Son and Dejan Kulusevski are crucial in stretching the play and creating chances. With midfield creativity, James Maddison, who's just coming back, Yves Bissouma control the tempo and provide creativity in the final third. And then defensive vulnerabilities. Their commitment to attacking football often leaves them exposed at the back, particularly on the counter attack. So that is something we can, take advantage of. Then, with Man United and how, first, before we go on to how Manchester United play, we're going to go into predicted lineup for Spurs. So for predicted lineup for Spurs, we will go with Kingsley in goal. The new goalkeeper, 21-year-old Kinski in goal, Archie Gray, and Kevin Danso in defense, and Jed Spence left wing back or left back, and Pedro Porro right back. If we have these, I think we can exploit. But let's keep going. Then Rodrigo Bentanco, defensive mid, and then we have now Rodrigo Bentanco, defensive mid. Then we have basically Kulisevsky and Bissouma playing as the two attacking mids because they like to squeeze up the pitch. And then we have Son probably playing on the left side, Matistel playing in the center because they don't have any forward, and then Moore playing on the right side. I think that's a 17-year-old or 18-year-old winger playing on the right side. So hopefully we can capitalize on their frailties and their weaknesses. If Madison is back, then they push Kulisevsky to the right wing and then put Madison with Bissouma playing in mid alongside Rodrigo Bentancur. So now I would have said the key player for this team to watch would have been Son, but I would give the key player to watch to Matistel. Now, with Matistel, key player to watch, he's a versatile player. He's played 16 games this season, both in Bayern Munich and Tottenham Hotspurs, basically. 16 games, 590 minutes, 1 goal, 1 assist. And he scored in the last game against Aston Villa in the FA Cup, but they lost. It was a consolation goal, 2-1. The game was almost done. And he played in the EFL Cup against Liverpool, where they lost 4-0. And then he played in the from the bench in the Champions League 3-1 loss, 3-1 win in the last Champions League game for Bayern Munich, and that of the league game 5-0 win for Bayern Munich. So it is basically something to really, really, really look out for Matistel, because he can always find a way behind the line. So you either play on the left side or the right side. So someone to watch out for, Matistel. So then other key players to watch out for Tottenham Hotspurs, the captain, Spurs captain, Son Heung-min. Basically, Son Heung-min is the most dangerous attacker with 69 Premier League assists to his name, surpassing Darren Anderson's record, which I don't even care about. And then we have James Maddison. If he's back, then we have James Maddison, the creative midfielder, crucial to Tottenham's attacking play and set piece delivery. Then we have, of which this would have been a key player, but he's still injured. I heard he's training, but Christian Romero, the Argentine defender, dealing with United's attacking threats and doing a lot of handballs, raising his hands up when we're trying to cross the ball. But it is what it is. What can we say? I hope that we are able to beat these guys. Now, to how Manchester United play. Manchester United play with a 3-4-3 formation, as we've flogged over and over again. The formation emphasizes on wing backs, playing players like Diogo Dalot, Patrick Dogu provide width and attacking support, while high pressing, United aim to win ball high up the pitch with transition and quickly into attack. And then we have attacking fluidity. Amorim's system relies on fluid movement and positional interchange, particularly in the front three, and with focus on defensive frailties, which is one thing that we have. The defensive frailties of the opposing team, but we also have our own defensive frailties. I mean, the system has left United vulnerable defensively, with gaps often appearing between the midfield and the defense. And that is the issue. And that is what Ruben Amorim tried to troubleshoot when we played with Menu, and then we had to move Menu up. So I hope he doesn't have to feature Menu in this one, in 1 or 2 turns starting the game, probably coming in from the bench or so. So let's see. Now, with key players, predicted lineup for Manchester United. Predicted lineup for Manchester United is as follows. Basically, we have Andre Onana in net. Altabander is still injured. Then we have Harry Maguire, centre back, and then Lenny Yoro and Matthias de Ligt. I think these are our best centre back pairings. Centre back trio. Now, I expect that Ruben Amorim will probably bench de Ligt and start Nusa Mazraoui. I don't want him to start Nusa Mazraoui. I want Nusa Mazraoui to come in later. But if I was Ruben Amorim, this is the lineup I would go with. I know either Delict or Euro will be benched for Nusa Mazraoui, but let's see. Lenny Euro, Delict, and Maguire as the back three. And then the midfield that has been working for the past couple of games now of Manuel Ugarte, Bruno Fernandes in mid, and then hopefully for this game, Patrick Dogu starts on the left wing back so that everybody will calm down and everybody will now know, okay, it is what it is. It happens once in a while. He's versatile. And I released a video about him and his versatility. So go watch that about Patrick Dogu. But yeah, left wing back, Patrick Dogu. And then Diogo Dalot on the right wing back to deal with Son, and then or Matistel, as the case may be. If it's Matistel, I'll be so happy, right? Because right now Spurs don't have any proper outlet except for Matistel. Son might probably be blocked if he's playing down the middle. So whatever the case, we should be ready. And then Ganacho and Ahmad. I mean, those are two pairings for the two tens up top. I don't want to be seeing that Kobe Menu thing. Maybe Kobe Menu later in the game or when in a game when we have a lot of control. But for this fast pace, counter-attacking style game, nah. We better go with Ahmad and Ganacho. And then Rasmus Højlund. So long as Ahmad and Ganacho can create chances for Rasmus Højlund, then there's a chance that we can score. So Rasmus Højlund up top, and then we have a chance. In this game, we have a chance. So that is for the predicted lineup. And then for key player for Manchester United, I would have gone with Ahmad or probably Ganacho, but no, the guy who pulls the strings in the middle, and that is Bruno Fernandes, basically. Bruno Fernandes. No, Bruno Fernandes, key player for Manchester United, dynamic. You know, he's the captain and he's the most creative player and will be vital in unlocking Spurs' defense. I mean, they have Kevin Danso there, so it's very. I mean, if Liverpool can score against him and Aston Villa can score, then there's a chance that we can score, right? So we have Bruno Fernandes, vital in unlocking Spurs' defense, and then we have also Amad Diallo, the winger, can also play as a wing back, has been United standout performer this season with 6 goals and 6 assists in the Premier League. However, he has been quiet in recent games, failing to score or assist in the last 3 league outings, which is very key for him because it's very important that he tries to create chances instead of trying to go for it sometimes. And then also, it is very key also for Rasmus to be able to make himself available for a chance. And then another key player for Manchester United is Harry Maguire. The centre back's area dominance will be crucial in dealing with Tottenham's set piece threats. So I trust Maguire in this one. I don't doubt his way of his approach and the way he helps us um in games. So now, with regards to team news and injuries, we're going to deal better with Manchester United team news and injuries when we talk about the press conference, which is going to be in the next video. Now, with regards to team news and injuries, basically, Man United has Lisandro Martinez out, Luke Shaw out, Johnny Evans out, Mason Mount out. And then basically, that's pretty much what it is. Basically, 4 injuries: Johnny Evans, Luke Shaw, Mason Mount, and Lisandro Martinez. Well, for Tottenham, the list is unending. So we're not gonna. James Maddison is expected to start after recovering from a minor injury. So well, Rodrigo Bentancur maybe fitness. Richarlison is out already. So yeah. Now, how Manchester United can win Tottenham Hotspurs. That's the most important thing right now for us. How can Manchester United win Tottenham Hotspurs? Looking at the predicted lineup, this is how I think Manchester United can win Tottenham Hotspurs. To secure a crucial victory, United must, I wrote down 4 points, exploit Spurs' high line, use the pace of Garnacho and Ahmad to exploit the space behind Tottenham Hotspur's defense. I expect that Bruno Fernandes is going to switch in like those long balls over and all of that. Yeah, so then control the midfield. Bruno Fernandes and Manuel Ugarte should be keen in Manigate to be destroying things and obstructing play and intercepting, while Bruno Fernandes obviously do as much as he can to create those intricate plays and connect with the two tens so that there's no disconnect to the midfield, defend well and attack well when needed to. and then disrupt Madison's influence. I don't doubt that Manuel Ugarte will do that. Will not do that. I mean, Manuel Ugarte can disrupt anybody's if effectiveness, especially when it comes to their influence in the game. And then number three, defend set pieces. Tottenham Hotspur are dangerous from dead ball situations, so I don't expect that they will have influence because they don't have an out and out striker except Matistel and Hume Song, so makeshift. So, but defend their set pieces, and I believe that Harry Maguire can do that. Tottenham are dangerous from dead ball situations, so United must remain organized and alert, and then counter attack effectively. Now, with Spurs committing numbers forward, United can capitalize on quickly transitioning to create scoring opportunities. We need to employ the paces of Alejandro Garnacho, Amad Diallo, and Rasmus Højlund. Employ their paces and the pressing of Bruno Fernandes as well as Patrick Dogu and Diogo Dalot. We have pace in the back, Lenny Yoro and Matthias de Ligt. So if we have this, I believe Manchester United can win. So it's very key for us to focus on that. And now this match is a pivotal moment for Manchester United to capitalize on Spurs' weaknesses and kind of like, disrupt them, all of that. So for Manchester United, it is pivotal. I mean, well, they say it's pivotal for both teams, but as we look to turn our seasons around, for Manchester United, a win could provide a much needed momentum and belief in Amorim's system while Tottenham will be desperate to bounce back from their recent struggles. Now, I expect an intense and an open game, with both sides looking to attack and exploit each other's defensive vulnerabilities. For United, the key will be to remain disciplined defensively while taking advantage of the attacking opportunities presented to us by Tottenham Hotspur, because I can assure you they are going to present us attacking opportunities. Don't worry about Spence. Ahmad can handle Spence. Don't worry about Pedro Porro. I mean, they both know each other. Porro and Garnacho know each other. So I trust that we can handle it. My issue is if Ruben Amorim starts Menu. He says there are some issues. We're going to talk about it in the press conference review, but then, yeah, I expect that Man United should take this one and grab it with both arms. And what is my predicted scoreline? My predicted scoreline for this game, for me, it is going to be a 2-0 win with good, sweet revenge. Goal in the middle of first half, goal at the end of second half when Tottenham are thinking they can always come and grab a draw. So it is what it is. It's an away game and it's less pressure. I mean, we have a good away record this season compared to our home record. So our home record is dismal, but our away record is good. So it is what it is. And let me know, what are your predictions for the game? What do you expect in the game? Like, do you believe that Manchester United can pull this one? Can we be able to pull this one and win the game? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing if you have already. And then I'll see you on the next one, but let me know your predictions. What are your predicted scorelines? For me, I'll be saying it's a 2-0 win. I know that we haven't kept a clean sheet in the Premier League for a while. So I believe it's going to be a 2-0 win, comfortable, and then Tottenham are going to press. We're going to find them behind the line, and then we're going to move from there. So I don't care if the players like Destiny Udogie are here is training, but I don't think it's going to start in this game. But yeah, Bergvall is another player that we're going to look out for because that guy can be full of shithousery, and I don't like how he behaved in the EFL Cup. And now to think that they crashed out. I mean, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I don't care about Tottenham. I believe we can win them. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye and God bless.